Hello, my name is Martin. Welcome back to another video. I hope you're all very well. Right, currently I'm working on a video about the Standage tunnels. We're going to revisit the Standage tunnels, but it's a bit of a different twist on it. We've got to see some engineering work taking place in there, and there's been some changes in there. So that's coming up. In the meantime, I thought I'd show you this, and it's basically what happens when we end up in the wrong place. I'll do you a quick background. With the best of intentions, somebody tipped us off about Shooter's Brook in Manchester, one of those lost waterways in Manchester that we're always on a quest to go and see. So we went to this location and ended up, it wasn't Shooter's Brook. Turns out it was a sewer. So we unintentionally ended up in a kind of like, it weren't actually a full-on sewer, but it led to a sewer. So I'm going to show you this video because it's a bit of a fascinating place if you're interested in that kind of thing. So I'll get on with the video and then I'll come back to you. Okay, so as you can see, we dropped in through a manhole, as per usual, down a ladder. There it is up there, you can see it up there. We ended up on like a concrete shaft and various platforms. Straight away we realised that it wasn't Shooter's Brook, it was probably a sewer, so we'd made a mistake. Right, so we're somewhere underneath the streets of Manchester now. I think this is my first sewer. You can see there the drop, and there's a little landing there at the top there, and then this thing behind me, that was quite disgusting, to be honest with you. So you've got an old sewer there, and you've got that there, which is absolutely... Okay, so I've just shown you two very, very old sewers that join this thing, and I'm going to show you inside. It's absolutely disgusting, but it's interesting because you'll see the old... two of Manchester's very old, now disused sewers, and one of them's the old Bazalgette design. Towards the end there. Right, trigger warning. I'm about to show you these two little very old disused sewers that come into this chamber. And they're quite disgusting. So if you're having your tea, don't watch or switch off or watch this later or something like that. And you're going to see some footage that shows some quite disgusting place, bits that we walked in. You're not actually going to see poo, but you're going to see something that's like not very nice, but it's all part of it, and I'm not sanitising it for you, I'm just showing you how it is. So trigger warning. I'll put a little big exclamation mark or something on the screen and say trigger warning before you watch it. Anyway, cracking on. So that's one of Manchester's oldest sewers there. Is that the egg-shaped one? Yeah. And look at the shit in there. Brilliant. Amazing. Oh, that stinks. That absolutely stinks. Yeah. But that's really old, that. It's a corker, that, isn't it? That's fascinating to see. Back to the chamber. The one you can see there on the right, trigger warning. So you've got an old sewer there. There you go, beautiful. Sorry about the dodgy footage, but this was never intended to be a video, this. But I think this is interesting. These are proper old Victorian ones, these. And there is a bit of a flow in that one. Anyway, like I say, sorry about the dodgy footage. Another trigger warning coming up. Very old sewer, that. And then this little tunnel sort of ran onwards, trigger warning. As you can see, it's a bit filthy. And yes, that is what you think it is. It's shit and all sorts. It goes wider here, so I have to walk either side of it like that. Shit in now. To there. So we're going to see what's at the end of that hole there.
Oh yes, I know exactly what this is now. Trunk sewer that runs under.
Right. So this is a sewer, we think.
It's a trunk sewer.
Right. Yeah. There you go. So it looks like a sewer, that to us. Try and show you down there. Right, so there you go. It led to a big sort of trunk sewer. Now, this thing that we're in, we think is a surface water drainage thing, because as you can see, there's no flow in it. It's just standing. Two very old sewers come into it, and I think it's all to do with when it rains. It'll mainly feed rainwater into it that will then go into the main trunk sewer. Very dangerous, not the sort of place we would intentionally go to. We just ended up, like I say, getting a tip off that wasn't quite right, but bless the person for giving us the tip off. We're very grateful. Now, that trunk sewer that I'm showing you, we've seen it before, believe it or not. These things link up, don't they? So if you remember a video I did a while ago, probably about 2019, it was called Storm Drain. And during our little adventures on the River Medlock, we'd seen this little storm drain that fed onto the Medlock. And we went in. And I'm going to show you a little clip from that video now. And when we get to the end and you see the actual sewer, that is the same sewer, but further downstream, I think. Or is it upstream? Let me think. It's further downstream, I think. Anyway, so I'll just show you this now. There you go, taken a few years ago, but that is the same sewer further down, and just through that little archway there, it drops down into, like, it plummets downwards. See that? Can't go in here because we're at the edge here and I don't want to fall in there. Right, so there you go. I hope you enjoyed that. It was, if anything, it's just interesting to show you some of the things we encounter down below ground. Like I say, never intended to be there. That isn't the sort of thing I would normally do, but we had to just follow the tip off. Turned out it was wrong. Warning about sewers: do not go in sewers. We don't go in sewers. We go in river culverts and things like that. Maybe the occasional storm drain where there may be, in the proximity, there might be a sewer. I'll give you an example. When we did the Moss Brook, there was a little side tunnel that led to a sewer. We didn't go in, not pleasant places. A little sewer overflow on the side here. Sorry about the film, it's difficult to film. There you go. The flow on some of these main trunk sewers is sometimes phenomenal. The ground or the floor in them is very slippy. They can sweep you along and sweep you off your feet. This is a warning, right? Some of them, that one that I've just shown you, at some point has a flume that goes downwards into a sump. You end up in there, you're dead. You ain't getting out. Not to mention the gases that are in there. Extremely dangerous things. We don't go in sewers. Dangerous. Their infrastructure, you're trespassing, and don't go in sewers. Now you probably could say, Martin, you're not one to talk. You've just shown us that. My only defence is it was unintentional, and we just had a quick peek and then went away. And I've got to add this warning in: do not go in sewers. They are foul places and they will kill you. Anyway, there you go. That said, I'll be back very soon with another video about Standish tunnels. That's the next video. I hope you're all very well. I openly admit that this week's video was a bit of a filler just to get me off the hook, to give you some content until I get my next video out. I hope you don't mind that, and I'm sorry about all the horrible goo that you had to look at. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.